Hey guys, Teen Librarian Rayanne here, and I am going to show you guys how to make a bracelet using your paper beads. So as you can see, I have already finished making my beads, and I actually don't need them quite yet, so I'm going to put them off to the side. The first thing you're going to want to do is measure out 3 different pieces of string. I've already cut mine. One of them is going to be a lot shorter than the others, and then the other 2 are going to be the same length. They're a little bit longer. So this is my shorter string right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to match up the ends right there and find the other end so it ends in a loop. So that's what I mean when I say fold your string in half. So I'm going to fold that one in half, put it over here for now, and I'm going to do the same with my other 2 strands over here. These are my longer ones. So I'm going to separate these ones out. Hope they don't get tangled. And there we go. My ends are already together over here. So I'm going to find the other end on the other side, just like this. There we go. Line those up and find the other end, which is now a loop. So I have another loop right like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match up both of these loops so they are in the same place. So just like this, I like to use my finger, kind of tuck them together right like that. And then I'm going to tie a knot. This is going to make one end of our bracelet. So just like that. And then now that I've made my loop, I'm going to put it down right in the center of my workspace, and I'm going to tape it down so it doesn't move because I want this to stay put while we're working. So now what I need to do is I need to find the ends of these pieces of string again, because I want 2 long ones to go over here to the left, 2 long ones over here to the right, and the shorter ones right in the middle. So I need to separate out all of these strings and so that I have them in the places they need to go. So I will check back up with you guys once I've done that. All right, so as you guys can see, I have 2 pieces of string right here in the middle. Those are my shorter pieces. I have 2 pieces over here on the left-hand side and 2 pieces over here on the right-hand side, and these are the longer pieces. So the way we're going to make this bracelet is using something called a square knot. So the first thing we're going to want to do is make a 4 using our left strings over here. Make sure this goes over top of those center strings. So now our left-hand strings are off to the right. Then we're going to take our right-hand strings, tuck them over right here, and then the ends are going to go under the whole project right here. And then we're going to pull it nice and tight up here at the top. And that is our first knot. So that is the knot right up there. And then we're going to do the same thing in reverse. We're going to make another, this time it's a backwards 4 with that right hand side. It's going over right here. Then this left string is going to go over the string making the 4. Find the end. Whoops, the end is pretty long, so it's taking me a minute to find it. There we go. Tuck it under the whole thing and pull it through the loop there. And then we're going to bring it up here, pull it nice and tight. So it's a little hard to see because my strings are the same color, but there are 2 knots up there, and we're just going to keep going. I'm going to make 4 knots in my project before bringing on a bead. So there we go, right like that. Now backwards 4 again, tuck it under, pull it through, just like that. So now we're going to add a bead to our project. So I've already strung my beads onto my center strings because I think it's a little easier to do that before we get started. But you can string them on whenever you're ready. So I'm going to push it up. It is on both of those strings right there, as you can see. And then we're going to continue as if we don't even have a bead there. We're going to make that 4. We're going to bring the other string. They're getting tangled because they're so long. Going to bring that other string up through here and pull it tight. And it's going to make a little loop around the bead right like that. And that is totally fine. That is what it's supposed to look like. So then we go backwards 4, loop it up like this, and make our next knot. So I'm going to do my project. So I have 4 knots in between each of my beads. You can do it however you want. If you don't think that's enough, then you can do it a different way. If you like the way I'm doing it, you can do it just the same as I did. and your project will look very, very similar to mine. And like I said, I already strung on all of my beads ahead of time. I think it saves a little bit of time if you do it that way. But again, you can make this however you want. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to check back in with you guys once I am all done. All right, and here is my finished product. I'm just going to finish it off by tying a knot down here at the end. I have a lot of string left over. I probably could have made this a little bit longer, but I like it the way it is. Plus, I only had 6 beads. You can make as many beads as you want for the most part from all of the paper that you have in your kit. So you can definitely make yours a lot longer. But there it is. The knot, just make sure that nothing slides off, nothing starts to unravel. I'd probably trim the edges to about here so I have enough left to tie it on. And then here it is. There is my completed paper bead bracelet.